Hello everyone, welcome to our channel, TJ Comments and Answers. I hope you are all doing well. In this video, we are going to prepare for the Congregation Book Study, Learn from the Bible, for the week of September 1st to 7th. And this week, we will study lessons 14 and 15. Let's begin. Lesson 14, A Slave Who Obeys God. Question 1. How did Joseph's brothers treat him? His brothers treated him with hatred and cruelty because they were envious of the special affection their father had for him and because of the dreams he had told them about. At first, they planned to kill him, but later they decided to throw him into a pit and eventually sold him as a slave, without caring about the pain they would cause their father by making him believe that Joseph had died. Additional comments. Genesis 37. For shows how Joseph's brothers hated him because of their father's favoritism. Their envy turned into hatred and led them to plan his death. This example teaches us that unchecked jealousy can break family unity and lead to decisions that cause great suffering. Genesis 39. 9 reflects Joseph's firmness when he rejected Potiphar's wife's advances. Even though he faced strong pressure, he chose to act righteously and fled. This teaches us that true integrity means saying no to sin, even if doing so brings negative consequences. Question 2. Why did Potiphar put Joseph in prison? Potiphar put him in prison because he believed his wife's false accusation, as she lied claiming that Joseph had tried to attack her. Even though Joseph was innocent and had acted righteously, he was unjustly punished without the truth being investigated. Additional comments. Genesis 39. 21 indicates that Jehovah was with Joseph even in prison. Despite the injustice he suffered, he did not lose his faith or the right attitude, and God granted him favor before others. This reminds us that God's presence is more important than our circumstances. 1 Peter 5. 6 advises us to humble ourselves under God's mighty hand so that he may exalt us at the right time. Joseph endured years of trials and humiliation before being exalted, teaching us that trusting in God's timing is essential to receive his blessings at the proper moment. Lesson 15, Jehovah does not forget Joseph. Question 1. How did Jehovah help Joseph? Jehovah gave him the ability to interpret Pharaoh's dreams, which led to his release from prison and his appointment to a position of great authority in Egypt. Thanks to this help, he was able to plan the collection of food and save many people, including his own family, from dying of hunger. Additional comments. Genesis 41:16 shows that Joseph acknowledged that his ability to interpret dreams came from God. This teaches the importance of giving Jehovah the credit for our skills and achievements, remembering that He can use our abilities to help others. Genesis 45:5 reveals Joseph's merciful attitude toward his brothers, reassuring them not to feel bad for having sold him. This example teaches us that forgiveness does not mean ignoring what happened, but rather seeing how God can use even difficulties to fulfill His purposes. Question 2. How did Joseph show that he had forgiven his brothers? Joseph welcomed them kindly, despite the fact that they had sold him as a slave. He did not seek revenge; instead, he helped them and made sure that his whole family had food during the famine. Moreover, he spoke to them with affection and encouraged them not to feel guilty about what had happened. Additional comments. Psalm 105:17-19 mentions that God sent Joseph ahead of his family to prepare him for a great task. This shows that even when we go through difficult trials, Jehovah can use them to train us and place us in the right position at the right time. Matthew 6:15 warns that if we do not forgive others, God will not forgive us either. Joseph chose to forgive his brothers, and this act of love made him an example of how mercy paves the way for reconciliation and family peace. Well, those have been the practical answers for this week's congregation book study. I hope they are very helpful to you, my dear brothers and sisters. I send you a big hug, and may Jehovah bless and protect you always.